The highlights of today's defense news. India's jet-powered target drones, the ones that matter. India-France joint military exercise Shakti commences in Meghalaya. Adani Defence and Aerospace join IIT Gandhinagar to bolster defense sector with new age technology. India-Iran signed long-term bilateral contract on Chabahar Port operation. Heavy vehicles factory Avadi rolls out a new batch of T-90 Mark III tanks. The global headlines: Estonia, Moldova to receive new L3 Harris radios. UK reopens Fleet Helicopter Support Unit tender. British Army intelligence reports surge in Russian use of all-terrain light vehicles in Ukraine conflict. Switzerland to purchase new medium-range air defense systems by late 2024. Japan eyes collaboration with Australia on new frigate development. In continuation with the news of the target drones which we presented in our news on 13th of May, Anadron Systems Private Limited stands as a premier manufacturer and supplier of target drones, serving as a key contributor to the Indian Defence Forces and weapon developers. With a rich history since its incorporation in 2004, the company's research and manufacturing facilities are strategically located in Gurgaon and Orissa. As a foremost service provider to the Indian Armed Forces, Anadron has delivered over 1,000 target drones, facilitating both firing exercises and individual missions. Their extensive technological expertise, honed through years of collaboration with defense forces, enables them to offer tailored solutions and specialized payloads to meet diverse requirements. The seventh edition of the exercise Shakti between India and France began in Meghalaya with an aim to enhance joint military capability of both sides to undertake multi-domain operations in a sub-conventional scenario. The joint military exercise also seeks to enhance the level of defense cooperation between the two friendly nations and boost their bilateral ties. In a bid to foster collaboration in research, education and innovation in defense technology, IIT Gandhinagar joined hands with Adani Defence and Aerospace to collaborate in areas of emerging technologies. The collaboration will encompass joint research projects, prototype developments, student projects, and joint workshops in technologies such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, and large language models for defense applications. The partnership between Adani Defence and Aerospace and IIT Gandhinagar is a strategic step forward in reinforcing India's defense sector through technological innovation and academic industry collaboration. Adani Defence and Aerospace is a pioneer in the design, development, and manufacturing of state of the art defense equipment. It has established a robust platform for startups and MSMEs to help develop a vibrant defense ecosystem with an export oriented mindset, best in class processes, and quality management systems. India and Iran signed a 10-year contract for the operation of a terminal at the strategically important Chabahar Port in Iran, a move that will boost regional connectivity as well as trade ties. This is the first time India will take over the management of an overseas port that will also have a multiplier effect on trade among India, Iran, and Afghanistan as efforts continue to directly tap the potential in Central Asia, bypassing the neighboring Pakistan. In a virtual ceremony on 13th of May, the heavy vehicles factory Avadi marked a significant milestone with the rollout of a new batch of T-90 Mark III tanks. It is anticipated that this variant incorporates significant enhancements in firepower, protection, and overall operational capabilities compared to its predecessors. These upgrades are likely to include advanced fire control systems enabling greater accuracy and target acquisition, enhanced armor providing improved protection against modern anti-tank threats, upgraded engine boosting mobility and responsiveness on the battlefield. Open source information reveals that the T-90 Mark III, also known as the T-90 MS, is an export variant of the Russian T-90 M tank. It features a new turret design, a more powerful engine, and an advanced fire control system. This suggests that the Indian T-90 Mark III tanks are likely to share similar upgrades, making them a formidable asset in India's armored arsenal. Some global news. L3 Harris Technologies has been contracted by the Estonian Centre for Defence Investments to supply its radios to the Estonian and Moldovan defence forces. The $32.3 million deal involves the procurement of radios, supplies, and training of the Estonian Defence Forces, as well as maintenance and support for existing equipment, along with the acquisition of communication equipment for Moldova. For Moldova, the ECDI is procuring different types of handheld and vehicular radios along with accessories from the Falcon product family as part of the European Peace Facility contracts. The UK Ministry of Defence has reopened its requirement for a fleet helicopter support unit provider to deliver a crewed rotary wing service to the Royal Navy, having seemingly failed to do so on previous occasions. A notification posted on the UK government's Contract Finder website on 8th of May calls for bids for a contractor-owned service to deliver military and non-military personnel for the RN and to enable the conduct of operational sea training and supporting tasks, including the transportation of freight. The MOD requires the successful bidder to be ready to deliver an initial service to specified ships from 1st April 26, with the contract expected to run for 6 years. From the war zone, according to information published by the British Army Intelligence Services on 13th of May, there has been a significant escalation in the use of light vehicles by Russian forces in the ongoing Ukraine conflict. The report outlines an increased deployment of all-terrain vehicles and off-road motorbikes for personnel transport and night raids on Ukrainian positions since the beginning of the year. The British Army Intelligence Services suggest that these vehicles, including the Chinese-made Desert Cross 1003 all-terrain vehicles from Odes Industries, personally inspected by the Russian president, are now a critical part of Russia's tactical approach. Over 2,100 of these vehicles have reportedly been purchased by Russia, indicating a strategic shift towards using mobile and flexible units. On 30th of April 24, the Swiss Federal Office for Defense Procurement officially issued a request for proposal to three manufacturers for the procurement of new medium-range ground-based air defense systems for the Bordelov MR project. The move is part of a broader effort by the Swiss Army to update its aging air defense capabilities, with the deadline for proposal submissions set for mid-July 24. The Bordelov MR project, translated as Medium Range Ground Based Air Defense, aims to address the shortcomings of current Swiss air defense systems, which are nearing the end of their operational lifespan. Existing systems like the Stinger and medium anti-aircraft are limited by their short range, increasingly inadequate against modern combat aircraft that operate from greater heights and distances. The replacement systems are expected to significantly enhance the Swiss Army's ability to defend its airspace. The Japanese government is considering a bid to co-develop new frigates with Australia. Japan plans to upgrade its Maritime Self-Defense Forces Advanced Frigate and offer it to Australia if chosen as a development partner. Japan will face competition from other countries, but securing this bid could markedly advance its defense sector. Australia's February announcement to acquire 11 general-purpose frigates for its navy listed Japan, Spain, South Korea, and Germany as contenders. The detailed performance specifications are expected from Australia later this year, with proposals to be invited from the shortlisted countries. The Japanese Defense Ministry has initiated informal talks with companies like Mitsubishi, which manufactures frigates for the JMSDF. These discussions are poised to intensify in alignment with Australia's forthcoming requirements. That's the news for today, and we hope you enjoy the news. Please do subscribe to our channel, and we will be glad to get a feedback from you. Thank you.